Hola guys, how you doing, man? Today we're gonna be looking at the best, well, what I consider to be some of the best starter Bundesliga players that you could acquire for your team. Putting some chilled music on the background, hopefully you can hear it, so we can just sit down and have a look through this for the next 10 minutes, you know. I want to bring to your knowledge some cards that more than likely not everyone is talking about. Some cards that there's a high chance you don't or didn't know you could be implementing in your teams, and even some of them in different positions, you know. First of all, we can go with, and I'm gonna go with the garbage ones first, and this player called Scob, and he's not the greatest, but he's definitely someone you could use on the first week of the game, you know. 79 pace, it's okay. We have Schmid, which is another one. I wouldn't like you to use him for the full game. I wouldn't like you to use him for more than a week. But for the first week, you know, he's French. He will fulfill the position with 79 pace. Maybe he can't defend. It's okay. You know, at first, he can make that work. Boyata is a player that I'm actually really positive about. And I don't like 70 pace, but I know a lot of you guys are willing to sacrifice that pace just to have a player that's easily linkable into your squads, especially someone with that type of strength and good height and good jumping. He should be great no matter the meta. He will get destroyed in the counter, but he works. Cunha is a player that surely a lot of you guys are going to be wanting to get your hands on, mainly because last year he had a Future Stars, and his Future Stars was quite good, and this card does not look bad at all. I know he's 183, he should not be the most responsive, but he has stamina, he can finish, and he has decent pace. You could apply Hulk or something like that, and he should be an insane looking card. We have Konate, which is yet another one that it's like, you know, I wouldn't use, but I'm sure a lot of people will use. He has good pace, decent strength, lacking the stamina, but who cares? When you play him center back, doesn't matter. We have Mbolo. This is another card that's quite interesting. Forgot, I always like to ask a question at first. If you're going with Bundesliga, what do you think that you're gonna do? Are you gonna do a hybrid Bundesliga squad, or are you gonna do kind of just, you know, full on Bundesliga team? And if so, who do you want to build your team around? Who do you want to build your team around? Be it Bundesliga, Spanish League, or whatever league. We have Mbolo, bro, and this is a card that a lot of people really like, but mainly because he has a force, a weak foot, he's pacey, he has the strength. But personally, I don't think it's gonna be that good. Even if crossing was meta, the guy ain't got the jumping and the heading, but in like the OP, being OP as a card, he is. He can run, he's strong. If he's playing against players like the center backs that I showed you earlier, Boyata, he's gonna 100% win them on the sprint. He's gonna 100% be an issue to deal with at the start. But if you are a more skilled player, using these type of cards ain't the best. We have Elvedi. A lot of people have been using Elvedi into their teams, especially because he's from Switzerland. He links to MBABU. He has like a green link there. I'm not the biggest fan either, mainly because of pace. But if you like him, he's good, you know. We also have Gunther, this one that I'm really positive around. He has good sprint speed. You can apply anchor, because I don't think everyone is going to be able to buy Shadow at the start. You know, he has the physicality, he has the defense. The passing is not there. At least he can cross, you know. For the start, another one that if you can pick up for less than 1,000 coins, 2,000 coins will be absolutely great for the start. COSTA is one that I will never recommend anyone use him as a right back, mainly because he's quite tall, bro. He ain't got good agility, balance. He will not be the best right back of all, especially moving forward. He's also lacking the pace. As a center back though, he will be an interesting card. He's quite tall, again, he has decent defending and pace, and you can definitely play him. If it was me picking between him and Boyata, there is a high chance, if I can use Costa to link more players into my team because he's German, I'll pick Costa. If they are both going for the same price, I'll be picking Costa. Tapsoba is another really interesting card. Actually, we finally get a good center back with good passing and decent composure, because I don't know if composure is important on center backs, but I don't want my center backs making a mistake on the 90th minute because they are not composed enough, you know, because they miss a pass and then I lose because of that. If you could link this player into your team, I think it could be an interesting addition. He definitely has decent pace to start with, and I'll 100% pick him over Danny da Costa. We have Akanji as well. This is another interesting card. It's like actually on the same spot as Tapsoba, but he had more pace. And in general, in reality, he has better defending. This is a card that I would really recommend people to use with Shadow. Strength is not there, but it's okay. The card will work. RASHICA is one of my favorite ones in this team, in this league overall, because you can definitely play him striker, cam, or as a winger. You can play him anywhere you want up front. If you can find a way to link him into your team, I think this guy is gonna be absolutely cracked. We have Max, another one that, well, actually, this is one of my favorite left backs now that I look at him, mainly because he can actually pass the ball, and that's really important. It's key to be able for your your left back to pass the ball forward, because if their passing is not too good, you're gonna lose the ball. I'll even go as far as to say that if I had, well, no, I won't say anything. I was gonna say that if you had a 90 pace right back, I might choose an 85 one with better passing over a 90 pace one, but I don't know. I need to be there. Actually, this card is well rounded. Anywhere on the pitch you put him, he plays over 70. So this card I'm really hyped about. This will be one of my main two go cards in this league. This Lazaro is another really well rounded card, dude. Like, the dribbling is decent for 180. If you're gonna play Deadeye or Hawk, again, another card that for 1 week, bro, this guy should be great. But then after 2 weeks, he's kind of like, I wouldn't recommend him. And MBABU is the card that everyone is looking to acquire in this league, like the perfect right back. You know, he has the pace, he has all right defending, and he has the physicality to last a full game. I'll go as far as to say, if you can apply Anchor to this guy, he should be unreal. Or if you don't mind at first, you can apply Sentinel, and he should be unreal. We have Upamecano, another one that's like fans' favorite. A lot of people love to use cards like Upamecano. You know, he's French, he's spacey, he's strong, even though the acceleration is not there. But if you can apply Shadow, this is a perfect type of card to apply Shadow on. And Kunku is one that maybe he's not that much of a starter player. In reality, it says 84 dribbling, but he has low composure and reactions. But yeah, the dribbling should be good for 179. I don't like the weak fit, but overall, as a card in general, even if you can play him center mid, this card looks good. It's quite an interesting card that I would tell people to use. We have Mukiele. This to me is one of the perfect center backs that you could use for your team. He has the pace, the defending. This is what I will be going for a month into the game, upgrading from that Daniel COSTA and playing Mukiele as a center back. That's what I will personally do, or other players I will show later. Depending on the price, of course, of these cards. But personally, I love this Mukiele. If you want to use him right back, I won't blame you. You know, there's not that many French right backs that you can actually use in this league, apart from the one I showed you earlier with 79 pace. That will 100% be better than him. But we have Laner. This is another really interesting one, and he actually, normally you would say, yo, he's from Austria, you know, what the fuck. But there is a lot of links in Austria. If we can just quickly hover on to links. On strong links, we have a strong link to Alaba, Savitzer, and Leimer, bro. And then he also strong links to Zakaria. This card, I think, will be slept on. A lot of people will not be looking at how good this card will be, because in reality, he's a well-rounded right back that can 100% fulfill that position at the start, especially with that stamina to be able to last the full game. Klosterman is another one that a lot of people will be getting their hands in, just mainly because, bro, you know, he has the pace. You know, he has the pace. It's German. He's from a league in a team that's really linkable, so I can already see a lot of people rocking him. And Tolisso is another one that mainly, he's not my type of card, but he's a really well-rounded sentiment, bro. He's a really well-rounded sentiment, easy to link into any team. We have Hintegger. Again, this type of cards I don't necessarily enjoy, but he has 71 pace, and I am sure a lot of people will be thinking about using a card like him because of the pay, you know, because to be cheap. He's also from Austria. He has a lot of links, and he should be easy to fit into nearly any squad. We have Roselun, which is arguably the only great left back in this league apart from Davis, which we're not going to talk on because the guy is going to be really expensive. He's going to like Mendy. He's not a starter player. Piszczek is one that really interested me. Now that I look at him again, I think this would be one of my go-to centre backs. If I were to go with centre back, when a centre back I can, you know, move the ball, drive the ball. If you had a Klosterman, then it would be a great idea to put Klosterman and then Piszczek next to him. so that you can kind of have like pace, and then the other one is a bit slower, but he's better at moving the ball everywhere. We have Bailey, you know, a winger. Anyone that needs a winger, you're gonna be happy with a Bailey in your left wing, you know. Diaby is one that I like, but I'm not the happiest man around. I wouldn't be that happy with a 2-star week fit, you know. Maybe for the first 1-2 weeks, but this Bailey is gonna be better. Delaney, another one that a lot of people will be getting their hands on early on, trying to get that, you know, over 70 on every stat midfielder who has 2 over 80 stats, and he has the stamina to last a full game, and, you know, good pace overall. Munier is another one that could 100% play in the same position as Delaney, so right back that you can use. I'm not the happiest man alive with his right back, but, you know, 77 pace, not that bad. It's quite tall. That's the thing I don't like on my right backs. Again, another one that you could use as a centre back. Pavlenka, I think last year he had good traits, and he was a decent keeper overall. I think this year it could be the same. He could be one of the best 82 rated keepers. Just looking at him now, he has good diving, good reflexes. The handling and positioning are important, but you can put back basic, and diving and reflexes are really important things for when people shoot, you know, against you, so they can, like, you know, they can go and try and save it. This guy would be insane. Laimer, I'm quite confident he could be a starter player after the hype dies down a little bit. The main thing is that Leipzig has so many great links, and now that I showed you Austria also has great links, it's hard. I think I'll go as far as to say, if you are looking for a medium budget team, I think Bundesliga has the best medium budget team, like the most well-rounded medium budget team that you could get. I did a team on like a starter team. I will personally use a starter team as a low budget one, and then when I go into medium budget, more than likely I will be giving Bundesliga a chance, at least in defense, in midfield. We have Hernandez, which is again another interesting card. He's great card to use overall. Last year he was great. This year he should be the same. We have Boateng, which a lot of people will be sleeping on just because he has 70 pace. Yet again, at the start of the game, you can definitely use these cards. I don't like 70 pace. I don't like this type of center backs. No, I don't. But I'm sure people do. I'm sure people are willing to use them. I'm sure you are willing to use them. We have Velaravi. Him plus Bailey will be the wingers that I will go with if I'm starting. I don't like the 3-star weak fit, and maybe if I could go for a different league, I will go for a different league and not do, you know, not use Velaravi. But it is what it is. That could work. Emre Can is another really interesting one. A lot of people, I know, people had mixed feelings about this card. They were saying like, bro, you know, he could have been lower. He didn't deserve more shooting. I don't care, mate. 83 rated CDM, come to my house, mate. You know, he has a strength. He has it all. I don't know if he's gonna be cheap. I don't know if he's gonna be expensive. Medium budget at least. We have Zakaria, yet again another card that a lot of people will be looking into. This is one card that I will try as a centre back. If I could, I would play him centre back. I would like him CDM. I'm just worried that he's too tall. But well, Hullet, Ruud Gullit. I call him Gullit, but people call him Hullet. He's quite tall as well. He performs, but he does have a 5-3 beat. My guy has a 3. Now we have Savitzer. This is my type of sentiment. My type of sentiment right here, below 180. Good work rates, decent dribbling. You apply the engine, and you can 100% use this guy to score from anywhere on the pitch. We also have Hazard with the position change. Interesting looking card yet again. He got a pace. I don't know if it's a pace upgrade, but quite surely became more and more, you know, a lot more people will think about using him. The composure is low, but overall the dribbling is insane. 85 with that. I think composure is being it's a lot more important this year in dribbling, because that wouldn't be 85 dribbling in FIFA 20. I don't think so. And yeah, that's it for today, boys. Thanks so much for watching, man. I hope that you had a good time. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you made it until the end. And if you did, thank you so much. We're gonna upload. I already did Prem, I already did La Liga, we did Bundes. I think I'm gonna do Serie A next, but I think Serie A is quite limited, so it always is. But well, love you all, see you all, good.